What's going on, everybody? It's me again, Golden Blue Dude. And if you haven't already, go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button because I do college football videos every single day. And a lot of times multiple videos. So now it's time for me to pick against the spread. And you're probably wondering, why the heck would we trust a West Virginia fan? Well, I've been doing this for a long time. I know what I'm doing, and I'm good at it. In the first week, I went 8-5 against the spread, and if the Big 12 hadn't let me down, I would have went 11-2. 11-2, people. So 8-5 is still pretty good during a chaotic week. So here we go for this week. I'm going to call out 13 games again. I try to go with odd numbers so there's no tie. All right, so here we go. The first one, Louisiana Lafayette against Georgia State. Louisiana is laying 17. I'm going to lay those points all day long. Let me tell you something. Louisiana is a good team. I thought that game against Iowa State was going to be close. They pulled the upset. They're going to blow Georgia State out of the water. Laying those points. Appalachian State against Marshall. App State is laying 4.5. I'm going to take Marshall and those points, and I think Marshall can upset 23rd ranked Appalachian State. Marshall really impressed me the first week. So give me those 4.5 points. And I might even take Marshall straight up. Number 3, Troy against Middle Tennessee. Troy laying the 3.5. Middle Tennessee looked terrible against Army. So I'm actually going to take Troy and lay those 3.5 points. Next up, Louisiana Tech against Southern Miss. Southern Miss is getting 5.5. They're laying 5.5. I am going to take those points all day long. I think Southern Miss is terrible. They lost to a South Alabama team that they had no business losing to. And I think Louisiana Tech's even better than South Alabama. So, yeah, I think Louisiana Tech could upset Southern Miss. Next up, Wake Forest, NC State. NC State laying 2.5. Give me Wake Forest. I think they looked pretty good against Clemson. And I think they covered that, actually. So give me Wake Forest, and I'll even take the points. But I think it'll be a straight-up upset. Number 6, UCF against Georgia Tech. UCF is laying 7.5. That is giving Georgia Tech way too much credit over winning against a bad Florida State team. I'm going to take Central Florida and lay those 7.5 points. Number 7, South Florida and Notre Dame. Notre Dame is a 26-point favorite. I think South Florida is a much worse team than Duke, the team that they played last year. So I will lay those 26 points. Number 8, Boston College at Duke. Duke is a 5.5-point favorite, and I just talked about them. I think they performed well against an overmatched Notre Dame team. So I will take those 5.5 points, and I will lay them. I think Duke will beat Boston College by 10 points or more. Syracuse against Pitt. So Syracuse lost 31-6 to North Carolina last week. Now they are a 21.5-point underdog to Pitt. So I am actually going to take those points because I think Pitt will blow out Syracuse. I think it'll be 17-20 points, but I don't think Pitt is quite as good as North Carolina. And that's why I'm going to take those 21.5 points. Number 10, Florida Atlantic and Georgia Southern. Right now, Georgia Southern is laying the 1.5, and I'm going to pick Florida Atlantic for the straight-up upset. So I'll take those points and pick the upset. Number 11, SMU against North Texas. SMU is laying 14. I'm going to lay those points. I think Buechele, SMU's quarterback, had a bad game the first go-around, and they still won. And North Texas, yeah, they handily beat Houston Baptist, who almost beat Texas Tech, but I think that just shows how bad Texas Tech is. So I'm going to take SMU and lay those 14 points. Number 12, this is the battle of the top 20s. Number 17, Miami against number 18, Louisville. And Louisville is laying 2.5 points. I am going to lay those 2.5 points. I think Louisville pulls the upset. They impressed me a lot against Western Kentucky. And look, Miami played well against UAB. But you can't take forever to get going like that against Louisville. And that's why I have Louisville, and I'm going to lay those 2.5 points. And then the last one, number 13. This is the one that I'm the most confident about. Houston at Baylor. Baylor laying 4 points. I'm going to lay those 4 points. I think Baylor whoops Houston. I think Houston is not going to be good this year again. So give me Baylor. So there you go, 13 picks. The first week I was 8-5. That's roughly 67%. Last year, over the course of the entire year, I was over 60%. So I'm hoping to keep that going this week, and I'm confident I will. I think another 8-5 or higher is very doable this week. That's all I got for you for this video. Like and subscribe if you haven't already. And go win you some money. I'll see you next video.